Wow!
What the fuck, bro?
That's exactly what I said the first time I heard the first wow in Kantara. That's a huge part of the movie.
Yeah.
Meghnad and Harsh, who are our guests today. I'm joined by Snayhil. I'm Antariksh. Meghnad and Harsh look a little confused as to what sound I just made.
कान फट गए मेरे.
Exactly यही हाल था सबका hall में when this happened, and it's like literally like first 5 minutes into the movie, and someone shouts,
like wow,
and
like,
then the entire movie, it's just
It's very eerie. It's eerie as hell, and every time it's a little unsettling. So that aspect of it they've used really well. Like, firstly, they designed something that sounds unsettling every time you hear it or every time you see it being performed on screen. So like for that and a little more reasons, there are like Kantara is a good movie to watch. So
is it a horror film?
So we'll come to that. So that's what we're going to talk about on this episode of Pop Rap. We're going to be talking about what Snayhil and I thought of Kantara, what he thought of Thank God, and which other movie did you watch?
Ram Setu.
And then what you guys thought about... and then what you guys thought about...
DC and Marvel.
Black Adam, the movie.
DC and Marvel we're going to talk about. There is a possible crossover that is on cards.
Oh, that's going to be great.
That DC crossover with Marvel. We're going to talk about Henry Cavill returning as Superman, Henry Cavill leaving The Witcher, and a huge return of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. We're going to talk about that and a lot more stuff after this short break.
No, let's go for a long one.
That depends kitna time Nivedita will take for the weekly promo.
All right, let's see. Nivedita, it's on you.
It's on you now.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcasts Network. On What the Hell Navya, her mom Shweta, and grandmother Jaya Bachchan dropped some hot takes on love and also dish out some advice for youngsters. On All Things Policy, the Takshashila hosts welcome Sachin Kalbag. They talk about the experience of running newsrooms, the importance of media freedom, their business models, and more. On The Wire Talks, Siddharth talks to Dr. Valli Arunachalam, daughter of M.V. Murugappan. She speaks about her battle against gender discrimination and the fight within the family for the control of the Murugan group. And on Pop Rap, Snayhil, Abbas, and Nikhil talk about actors who fell victim to being typecast. Check out the episode on the IVM Pop channel. Once again, don't forget to visit our merch store on ivmpodcast.com. We have some exciting stuff for you. Also, do follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Do remember to spread the word about the shows you're listening to. It would be great if you can rate and review them wherever you're listening to them. You can also check out all our shows on YouTube. Wishing you a very happy Diwali. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week. Bumble, Heads Up for Tails, Kotak Privy League Program, and HDFC Mutual Fund. Thanks for making this possible.
And we're back talking about all these awesome things that we already told you we were going to be talking about before the break. Let's start off with something more common that everyone has.
DC and Marvel?
Yeah, DC and Marvel, right?
DC and Marvel.
Yeah, let's go the DC and Marvel route. You guys saw Black Adam.
Yes.
I
loved it.
This is the Rock wala movie.
Correct.
Dwayne Johnson.
Correct. He's just fantastic.
Okay.
Like, he plays the same character
In every movie.
Yeah.
In every movie.
But he's still
Jumanji
cool.
and Black Adam, no difference.
But he's still cool.
What I like.
It's just his expression, the one with the one eye up.
Yeah, that
Bro, the other day I was surfing one platform, I don't know which one, but that platform had this movie called The Jungle Safari karke kuch.
Yes.
That is also
Welcome to the Jungle.
Huh?
Welcome to
No, Jungle Safari.
Jungle
Jungle Cruise.
The Jungle Cruise.
The
That's
Jungle
also
Cruise.
great.
That's also this guy's
Dwayne
movie.
Johnson.
The Rock's movie.
Oh.
Bro, अगर मैं उस मूवी के पोस्टर से जंगल क्रूज हटा के जुमांजी लगा दूंगा ना, मेरे को लगेगा वो जुमांजी का ही पोस्टर है.
You know how many movies?
कॉस्ट्यूम भी सेम है.
The Rock now has been, I think, then in 3 movies with the word jungle in it. One was one of his first movies that became popular was Welcome to the Jungle.
Welcome to the Jungle.
Right? That was one. Then Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle is another jungle.
And then
movie.
Jumanji 2.
And Jumanji 2, but it doesn't have jungle in the title, I don't think. But the next level was the Jumanji movie.
My favorite
And now this one we're talking about.
Dwayne Johnson movie is The Skyscraper.
I have.
Have you?
Is it a disaster movie?
It's a very ridiculous movie. As always, he's the same thing, doing the same thing. But ट्रेलर में
Black
देखा,
Adam in that also.
ट्रेलर में देखा कि वो एक ऐसे कोई तो भी कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट पे खड़ा है, एक बिल्डिंग जल रहा है और उस पे से कूद गया. तो मैंने बोला हाँ ये मूवी देखना है obviously. तो देखा मैंने. It's fun. I mean all of his movies I would consider fun, brainless.
Yeah,
watch.
for the most
हॉलीवुड
part,
जो
already.
सलमान खान कॉपी करने पे तुला हुआ है ना एक तो.
But you like the
Yeah.
movie Black Adam?
Yeah, I liked it. Black
I-
Adam.
I liked
I
the
really
movie.
liked it.
I liked the movie also. It's
What
a
was
fun
the best part according to you in the movie?
film. When he
Transformed.
spoiler alert when he tore that guy's head out, like it was awesome.
Oh, he did. Yes.
Of course.
Oh, it's a gory. Is it very gory?
Bro,
No,
so
not
there's
really.
this one scene. I don't know मैं ये ऑडियो लिसनर्स को कैसे समझाऊंगा, बट वीडियो पे तो मैं समझा सकता हूँ. वो विलन के ना दो ऐसा सींग है, ठीक है.
मतलब horns.
So he's a devil.
Of course,
right?
he's
The
a
villain is
devil. So he has
So-
like two horns.
Okay.
और वो दोनों horns को पकड़ता है
Oh.
और उसको बीच में से फाड़ देता
Oh,
है.
fat.
And I'm like, bro, ये सिर्फ
Oh,
द
that's so
रॉक
cool.
कर सकता है. या तो द रॉक या तो जॉन अब्राहम. बस इसके अलावा और कोई नहीं कर सकता
No
कुछ.
That's like Doom Eternal.
Yeah, the game.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah,
That's
pretty-
like
Doom
pretty
Eternal.
similar.
Yeah.
That's
But it was
crazy. But
great.
are there other moments of gore, or this one moment is the only?
There's no gore in this. It's the way they
Yeah. Oh, there
portray
is no
it.
blood?
It
What?
just becomes like lava. Like
Oh,
like when devil
it's a
dies, there's no
non-human
blood.
character.
हाँ,
Yeah,
so
correct,
it's
correct.
okay.
It just evaporates.
हाँ,
Yeah.
evaporates
Yeah,
and
और इतना स्पून फीड कर दिया कि अगर तुम्हें लुक से समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि ये डेविल है तो उसकी छाती पे सेटन का साइन भी लगा दिया.
हाँ,
Of course.
correct.
To make it obvious.
हाँ,
But
अगर
what I've heard, no, that it's not exactly sticking to the comic book character of Black Adam. So like
I
in
have
the
no
comics,
clue
right?
about the comic book character
Okay.
of Black Adam.
Also, I have no clue
idea.
about Black Adam in general, so please.
Okay,
tell
so
me.
I'll tell you. So, basically, so you know the superhero Shazam.
Yes.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
So firstly, Shazam also has this very interesting history around that, the naming of that character also, because first it was called Captain Marvel.
What?
Really?
Shazam was called Captain Marvel before Marvel had the right to call its own character Captain Marvel. It's a very
fun.
interesting history. Look it up. It is fascinating
Ooh.
as fuck. Okay, but Black Adam is basically the arch nemesis of Shazam.
Oh.
How it
Okay.
works is that in the comics, Black Adam got the powers of Shazam before Shazam got the powers of Shazam.
Okay.
Correct. Because
right?
he keeps saying Shazam to become powerful.
Exactly. Yeah.
Huh.
So,
Ah.
but what happened is Black Adam in the comics, right? After getting that power, he got like absolute power corrupts absolutely. He gets corrupted. Okay, and he becomes like he never wants to go back to his human form. He is always in the bulked up form.
Got it.
Always as Black Adam.
Got it.
Okay.
Always with that power and becomes like an evil person, doing evil shit, conquering places and whatever.
Mhm.
And he also becomes the ruler of a country called Kantara.
हाँ इसमें वो उसका सेवियर है.
Correct.
Yeah, am I pronouncing
Also,
it right?
either
Yes,
hero बना
correct.
दिया इसको.
Huh.
That's
हाँ,
what. So in the
इधर hero
comics,
है.
right?
He's a
So no, he becomes a ruler.
negative
but see,
hero.
He starts off as a full-on villain, where he's killing people indiscriminately, just killing civilians. He doesn't give a shit. Then over time, he grows a conscience. Because of Shazam, because of characters like Superman and all, he starts growing conscience, and then becomes eventually becomes a part of the Justice League also. But
Okay.
always with like a fraught kind of understanding with them. You know, like it's always like he's on the edge always.
हाँ
kind
हाँ
of,
हाँ इसमें ये जर्नी दिखा दिया उसका. सो हाँ हाँ सो द थिंग इज कि इसमें उन लोग ने यही दिखाया कि द रॉक जो है वो जब एडम का मतलब ये पावर्स जब उसे मिले, शज़ैम के पावर्स उसे जब मिले, एंड वो पहले उसको मिले ही नहीं थे, उसके बेटे को मिले थे. His son was the actual savior, the actual champion as they call it in the movie, and the son gave his powers to his
Father,
dad.
after he died. Why he was dying?
नहीं तो वो while he was dying I guess.
Okay.
ठीक है, एंड देन वो पावर्स उसको दे देता है तो वो एकदम बल्ड अप रॉक बन जाता है. ठीक है, एंड वो बच्चा वापस उस चैंपियन से बच्चा बन जाता है. एंड जैसे वो बच्चा बन जाता है पीछे से जो विलन है बेसिकली वो उसको मार देता है. एंड दैट इज व्हाई दिस गाय द
A spoiler alert, guys. All of this.
हाँ यार 2 हफ्ते हो गए हैं पिक्चर आए हुए. ठीक है, देख लो अब.
But 2 हफ्ते is not enough time. Yeah, like let's be realistic.
But
probably
then-
out of theaters in less than 2 days.
Yeah,
now.
bro.
Is it? Okay,
Bro,
I gotta go today.
Listen, November has some awesome releases.
Okay.
If you want to watch these movies, like really
Go now.
buckle
You know
up
what
and
I'm
go and
excited
watch.
about the most? Splitsvilla. It's coming. उसको spoil मत करना तो कुछ भी करके.
Bro, our friend Hoshang he wrote for that.
I know,
this
that's
season,
why.
yeah.
Yesterday I met Hoshang, who wrote for Splitsvilla,
Correct, yeah.
and I censored him. I was like, तेरे मुंह पे मैं tape लगा दूंगा अगर तूने
Wait,
spoiler
right
दिया
for
तो.
Actually looking forward to
Splitsvilla.
it.
Huh?
I thought you were joking.
No,
Actually,
no, actually,
No,
I'm a
wait,
big
wait.
Splitsvilla
What do you mean
fan.
write for Splitsvilla?
So he wrote
Isn't
the.
it
How
a
can you
reality
write
show?
things?
No,
Yeah.
he wrote for the hosts, na, like their lines
Alright.
and the
Oh.
and the
Dude, and
you know,
also,
like the tasks and
Yeah, yeah.
everything.
Oh.
Also, these fuckers, dude, in reality shows in India, they fucking nudge people, no?
No. I mean, like,
They
the
make
show
fights
doesn't
happen.
need writing, right?
No,
Because
it's-
it's so bad.
like-
Like, why would you write something?
Oh, it's not
Correct,
bad.
agreed,
Don't
agreed.
you dare.
Hey.
Don't you dare.
Hey, bad writing exists.
I will-
That's what Hoshang does for this film. Our friend Hoshang.
I will defend Splitsvilla till death.
I mean, yeah.
ठीक है
No,
मतलब
okay.
ठीक
There's no
है
defending
अब
system.
देखो मेघनाथ ने बोल दिया है मान लो बस ठीक है?
I'll support Malaika,
Dude, but-
but I don't know what Splitsvilla.
Malaika
But I'm no one
Wasn't
to
she
talk.
like the host at Splitsvilla when it
Because-
started?
what
Yeah.
Yeah, Malaika Arora used to be the
Yeah.
host of Splitsvilla when it started.
No, when it started, nahi. Malaika was a host on MTV a long time
No,
back.
but Splitsvilla, when Splitsvilla.
When Splitsvilla started, it was Raghu Rajiv and this one.
I think Ranvijay was the one, na? Ranvijay was there.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
Malaika
then maybe
came
I'm
for a season
wrong.
or two in the middle.
इस
but
इस
definitely
बारी के
not
सीजन में
starting.
रणविजय को इन लोग ने
नहीं है.
रिप्लेस कर दिया
Yeah,
replace
रोडीज
कर
में भी
दिया.
रिप्लेस कर दिया उसको.
आई थिंक
Solo suit था ऐसा.
रणविजय ने बोला रहेगा कि ब्रो मेरा हो गया है एमटीवी से ठीक है
नहीं हो गया and he's doing other things now. He has Mismatched. He
Yeah.
has his travel show that he was doing. I'm forgetting which channel now. The Food Network maybe के साथ उसके साथ कर रहा है. But yeah, he's doing that stuff. So maybe that's why he's like just busy, man.
Also, someone who has seen Ram Setu has no right to judge Splitsvilla.
That is that. Okay, let's get to Ram Setu. then.
देखो आप ऑन रिकॉर्ड तो ही बोल नहीं सकते
Okay, let's get done with Black Adam. Let's get done with Black Adam. Watch or don't watch.
fully watch
watch.
and please wait for the post credit scene
Unlike me.
yeah unlike him please wait for the post credit scene it's
Wait, this is a DC movie.
yeah
They're also doing post-credits now.
so they took like one page
सब
out
चुरा
of
लो
the
एक दूसरे
Marvel
से.
playbook
Yeah.
but wait for the post credit scene it's not actually a post credit it's a mid credit scene तो जो मेजर हीरो हीरोइन के जो वो आएंगे उसके बाद देख लो फिर उसके बाद जा सकते
Oh, before we move to Bollywood, I wanted to talk about Gotham Knights.
Oh yes, the other
game
DC
that
project,
dropped.
big DC project that is
Yeah.
out. Right
So
now.
this was a highly anticipated game. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
based on the universe where Batman is dead. Like literally, first scene where Batman dies, Ra's al Ghul kills him, and
but
then
that though, you knew that before going in, no?
I mean it's the first scene,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's not a
correct.
spoiler,
Yeah, it's not a
right?
spoiler.
So it's like
Yeah,
that's how the whole game
Oh.
starts.
Like the premise is it revolves around 4 of Batman's prodigies.
The Bat family,
Yeah.
yeah.
मैंने आज तक बैटमैन बिगिंस नहीं देखी है यार
And that's
is
fine.
it like
It's
very
fine.
important
No,
it's
in Batman
Nothing is
universe?
important. Watching nothing is important.
Really,
But
really, yeah.
Batman. So Gotham Knights. Ka the whole point is that so Batman is dead, and he has sort of semi-trained like 4 others who basically are Bat family, Batgirl.
Actually, I love all
Nightwing.
those characters. By the way.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm a huge consumer of DC Comics,
Yeah.
and Nightwing and Red Hood are 2 of my favorite characters.
Red Hood is
Red
amazing.
Hood is badass as hell. He is
Must.
basically a more brutal Batman because he'll kill.
oh
Yeah, yeah, he kills. He
Uh,
proper like
no
उसके पास
conscious.
मतलब guns होते हैं.
So
Like मतलब
basically, yeah.
सही
The 4 characters in the game that you can play as are Nightwing, Red Hood, current Robin, who's in the thing, who's Tim Drake Robin, and Barbara Gordon, who's Batgirl. Barbara Gordon is James Gordon's wife.
James Gordon wife.
Sorry, wife ring.
But
daughter,
Betty,
daughter. Basically, Nightwing, Jason Todd Red Hood, and Tim Drake Robin were all basically Robins. Nightwing
Yeah.
was the first Robin ever.
yeah.
Dick Grayson, his name is. His name
Yeah.
is Dick.
Yeah, Dick.
Also, famously known as one of the sexiest men in comics. Because he
Okay.
slept with every other comic book character he has ever come across.
Okay.
Every woman.
Okay.
So he's basically
Baller.
Yeah.
Literally a baller, okay? So that's Dick Grayson. Then Jason Todd, who was the second Robin, but then died at the hands of the Joker.
Okay.
Joker killed him, basically crowbarred him to almost near
Yeah.
death, and then made the house explode and then killed him. And
And then he's resurrected later. So
yeah,
उसमें
got
ये
because
है,
nothing
हाँ.
in the comics. is
उसको प्यार से
Yeah.
जीसस
But
तो नहीं बुलाते
another every comic character should be
Sorry.
called Jesus then.
Have you not seen the series Gotham?
no bro
No.
I have.
You're
Yes,
right.
yes.
There,
yes.
I think
Yeah.
every single character gets resurrected at least 5 times.
It's very bizarre. Like, I mean, that show, I love it. All said and done.
Yeah.
But yeah. I know.
So-
तो उनको
Another
मिहिर
fun fact
बुलाया
though-
करो
Another fun fact though about Jason Todd, the second Robin who died basically, is that he died based on a public poll. So DC, back in the day when they were writing the storyline, right?
Okay.
The end wasn't decided yet. The end could be either Batman arrives in time to save him, or Batman does not arrive in time and Jason Todd dies. The audience, because this was the first Robin they'd met after Dick Grayson retired and became Nightwing. So they thought, oh, this is a completely different character. I hate this style of Robin, whatever. And then the audience voted for him to be killed off. So then DC wrote him to die, and they killed him off for a good 12 years. For that is huge. 12 years for a character to be dead in the comics is quite big.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
but all said and done, the story is fascinating. Game is bad.
Yeah, again, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Because see, right, if you're coming from, like, I'm a huge Arkham games fan, all the Arkham Arkham games, right, and all three great, fantastic games, I would say. Compared to that, this is very lackluster. Am I right?
I played it. Yeah, I played I've played about 12 hours of it. So of Gotham Knights. But then after that, I got very bored. Basically, the whole point is that you are these four people who are untrained. So you just have to do these repetitive beat 'em up sort of things, and then it's like an open world and all. I get that.
Understood.
But it just after a point, it's like, why am I doing this? It's just like एक character switch करो फिर वापस जाओ फिर एक character switch करो फिर वापस जाओ फिर it's like why?
And is this a PS4 game or?
It's I got it on PC. Okay. It's also on PS5.
Yeah, you can get it on PC.
But also on console, it's even worse because they have locked it at 30 frames per second apparently.
Really?
Yeah, and on PC looks nice. It looks nice, but it crashes randomly also. तो वो optimize भी नहीं किया अच्छे से. So I'm not
really,
impressed.
I would say go back and play Arkham Knight.
Yeah, Arkham Origins is great.
Origins?
Origins, I think that is my favorite. Yeah, underrated.
Played a single game out of
I am not a gamer at all.
Batman, Arkham Knights, Arkham City,
The
Arkham
only game I used to play was StarCraft.
City comes close, but Origins.
For me, Knights and then City are the best, and then Origins I never played.
Yeah.
But okay, cool. Okay, so since we're talking about DC, Gotham Knights don't play according to Meghnad. But also big other DC news is that James Gunn is now the creative head of DC Comics.
Okay.
जिसने
DC movies
Peacemaker बनाया था.
Peacemaker and the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
The guy who directed Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yes, he did direct
and
Peacemaker and
this
fucking fantastic show Peacemaker is, starring John Cena. He plays the character Peacemaker.
Oh, right, now I remember.
And hilarious.
And you can
awesome,
see him in that
badass show, dude.
Doesn't he come in Guardians of Galaxy also? He has an appearance,
no,
John
John
Cena.
Cena,
That's
no.
DC, no?
He's DC.
At least they couldn't yet.
No, someone in some movie John
He
Cena.
was in Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, again, that was directed by James Gunn.
Okay.
Which
James
one,
Gunn
the second
is
one or
great
the
with
first
ensemble
one?
cast.
The second one.
Second one.
Yeah, the second one. The first one is terrible. The Will
Yeah.
Smith one is terrible. The Idris Elba one is great.
Yeah.
Like go that.
Second one is great. I love that.
Damn fun.
Second one is
damn
really
fun.
random also.
Yeah,
Really,
So,
that's what.
Yeah.
And that's what James Gunn does really well. Like, firstly, music will always be great in his projects. Okay, like always thought out music
Guardians
and
of the
sequences
Galaxy, man.
designed around music, which is again looks great visually.
Yeah.
So all that, and the best thing I've seen from DC in a long while, I would say, is Peacemaker.
This also gives us more hope for DC and Marvel crossover.
ये क्या crossover होने वाला है?
भाई कितना मजा आ जाएगा ना. सोचो, इधर से आयरन मैन आ रहा है, इधर से सुपरमैन आ रहा है. क्या मस्त सेम पिक्चर.
आयरन मैन की गांड फट जाएगी.
Can I say something? I've never liked Superman, ever. As a character, I feel like you can't have an all-powerful character जिसका एक ही weakness है kryptonite.
तो अच्छा, ब्लैक एडम भी ऐसा ही है, पता है. सो ब्लैक एडम इज लाइक सुपरमैन बट थोड़ा सा खराब टाइप्स. ठीक है, तो उसका भी सब सेम पावर्स हैं. ठीक है, सुपर स्पीड है, उसको कोई बुलेट नहीं टच कर सकता. बट उसका एक ऐसा मेटल है, क्या नाम था, यूथरम करके, पता नहीं क्या. यूरेथियम.
That sounds like something someone peed on it.
यूरेथियम करके उसका एक मेटल है. जैसे उसका क्रिप्टोनाइट है, उसका ये है यूरेथियम है, और वही उसको मार सकता है. वहाँ क्रिप्टोनाइट उसको मार सकता है, यहाँ पे ये उसको मार सकता है.
But the reason why I don't like Superman also is he is like very preachy, right? Also like Shaktiman, right? You know, like Shaktiman मुझे बचपन में अच्छा लगता था, but बड़ा हो गया तो I thought he was cringe. Same thing with Superman. And also what I really liked about, for example, The Boys, right? I feel like they portrayed Superman in the best way.
Yeah, that is again,
because it's like that is
power,
exactly what will happen if a Superman
Homelander.
exists. Yeah, Homelander.
But I'll tell you the thing about Superman. That is a very common like thought process, right? Like, oh, Superman is boring because he's so powerful. Only fucking weakness is kryptonite.
Yeah.
Whatever, all this, right? But it depends. I would say it depends more on the writer who's writing it,
Yeah, sure.
right? Because a writer just with given that much can put in so much existential dread, can put in so much. Like you can be depressed. Like One Punch Man, for instance, is a great show about a man who is so strong that he can destroy
that's
anything
such
with
a
one punch.
fun
Yeah.
cartoon. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he can destroy anything with one punch.
That
That's
is
the
so
premise
fun.
of the show. Okay,
Very fun.
But because of that, he's at that level.
Yeah.
He is also depressed.
Yeah, he's very depressed because
Yeah.
उसको कोई हटा ही नहीं
There's
सकता.
he's like, dude, I have nothing else to do. What is my life?
क्या toxicity है life?
It's
But it's
very fun.
hilarious show.
Imagine being depressed
Hilarious
if you're Superman, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly.
I'm like, यार मैं shit में इतना अच्छा हूँ.
I can rob
Oh
every bank
God.
and nothing will happen to me.
Shit, this
But
is
then
so
also,
bad.
But then like you go to writers like
एक
Grant Morrison,
second,
now, right?
एक second. Why with all the powers you thought of robbing a bank? Harsh,
Why not, यार?
अरे तो कुछ अच्छा करो ना लाइफ में.
अच्छा तो कर ही रहा है ना
मेरे पास
यार.
powers है, मैं चोरी कर लेता
Yeah,
हूँ.
I feel better with more money. It makes
Yeah,
sense.
exactly, dude.
Harsh, you can also take a loan, you know.
No,
And
यार, if
buy
I'm Superman, I
airports.
wouldn't take a loan. Yeah.
Hey, nobody's giving Superman a loan. You don't have a job.
उसका घर बचाने के लिए तो
What's his-
बैटमैन ने
what's
पैसा
his-
दिया.
हाँ, तो वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ यार.
Superman can't
That's exactly
disclose
my
that he works
point.
for
He has
Daily
everything. He
Business.
doesn't have money, bro.
But now that Harsh is leaving IVM, he needs to rob a bank.
But wait, sorry. Superman.
Yeah.
There is one comic written by Grant Morrison, considered one of the greatest comic book writers ever. He has a comic book called All Star Superman that I will send to you, Meghnad.
मुझे भी भेज
And-
दो.
ठीक है यार, जिसको चाहिए भेज दो. पर that is like unbelievably great as a
Okay.
Superman comic. That will change your mind of
अरे,
what Superman can do.
what is that movie Christopher Nolan का Superman वाला?
Christopher Nolan.
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel.
Is that Christopher Nolan?
Man of Steel. Yeah, I
आप
think
बात
Christopher
कर
Nolan
रहे हो.
produced it. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So Man of Steel I saw, and I liked the way they wrote Superman. Like, I mean, that was
I
still
get
okay.
Yeah.
But that's a very rare portrayal. Like all the Justice League movies, all the most boring character was Superman.
Okay, fair.
And
I get that.
I think
That I
that's
get.
why they, in most
true.
of the movie the वो कौन सा Snyder cut वाला जो movie
हाँ,
है
हाँ,
उसमें वो है ही नहीं. Because I think Zack Snyder also knows कि ये इसको मैं
इसके
नहीं डालेगा
character
movie
में क्या layer डालूं मैं?
Well, man, you know what, Meghnad, you should have told all this to Henry Cavill before he became Superman again.
Yeah, he's returning
He's
as
just announced that he's returning as Superman.
Leaving Witcher and
leaving
going
Witcher and coming back as
ridiculous career choices. I tell you, ridiculous.
I mean, but for himself personally, I think it makes sense because पैसा इतना ज़्यादा मिलेगा
वो भी है.
Superman में.
अब
Witcher
तो
में
बोली
क्या
लग
है?
रही होगी
हाँ,
लड़के
exactly.
की.
Also, there's this online petition going on that make Henry Cavill as Aegon the Conqueror, the Targaryen
in House of
in
Dragons.
House of Dragons. Yeah.
Really?
So in Witcher he sports silver
Why
hair,
silver
right?
hair, yeah.
Correct.
So now people are like
Yeah.
That
Aegon
makes
the
sense.
Conqueror
Makes
is like
sense.
the most like the strongest, hottest, and the conqueror basically. So everybody's like, अगर conqueror का
Oh, isn't he the
cameo
guy who
दिखाना है.
rides 3 dragons at the same time or something?
Can someone do
Like,
that?
I don't know, man. Like I कुछ भी.
There are two of them on leashes.
Yeah, yeah. Or he's jumping from dragon to dragon. बीच में. Okay, I'm bored from with this dragon. I'll jump to the other.
But what if?
It's
what
like
if,
the Ajay Devgan of the
Yeah.
Game of Thrones series. ऐसे split
but
करके
with
जाएगा.
3 dragons.
भाई की entry. He's standing on 2 dragons.
He says Dracarys and dragons like भाई कौन सा?
तीनों ही कर देंगे.
तीनों ही कर रहे हैं.
This one of my favorite movies though with Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill, right?
Yeah.
Henry Cavill is Man from U.N.C.L.E. Has anyone seen this?
Yes,
Mm,
that's a
Dude, it's
fantastic.
the guy
I fell
movie.
asleep.
Yes.
Guy Ritchie movie.
I fell
Yeah.
asleep.
You fell asleep with it? Okay. I think it is a.
Yeah, I love it.
He is great in it because he's super slick. He's like a fast-talking spy dude.
Yeah.
And fucking, he's funny, dude. He's really funny. in it.
Man from Uncle is
I don't get
great. I love
yeah.
that. I love the movie.
Yeah, I really like the movie.
Kings,
Guy Ritchie,
Kingsman and Man for Uncle.
Kingsman, I like.
Yeah.
Kingsman is right.
Also, as we're talking about returns, Hugh Jackman has agreed to play Wolverine one more time.
Dude, I loved the announcement they made.
Yeah, I
Did you guys
loved
see
the
this?
announcement. Yes.
No, I didn't.
No.
So the basically on Ryan Reynolds' YouTube channel, right? And maybe
And
on his
Instagram,
as well, yeah. He posted a video of 2 videos, okay? Back to back 2 videos. First video was just himself saying, "Okay, all right, guys, I know all of you have been complaining that there's no update on Deadpool 3. What's the update on Deadpool 3? What's happening in Deadpool 3? Deadpool 3 is happening. I'm telling you guys, this the official announcement. It's happening. As to where the script is and all, I don't have it. I have no clue what is happening. Okay, basically that's the joke.
Typical Ryan
He says,
Reynolds style.
but so I don't know what's gonna happen in it. Okay, and then while he's saying that, Hugh Jackman walks from behind.
Okay.
Okay, and he's like, "Hey Hugh, hey Ryan." Okay, that's the first video. Second video is the two of them on the same couch. Okay, and talking about, all right guys, now that you have.
एक सेकंड उस वीडियो में वो एक और चीज बोलता है तो उसे जैसे वो जा रहा होता है एंड देन इज लाइक हे ह्यूग एंड इज लाइक हे वापस कहता है एंड देन इज लाइक वुड यू वांट टू प्ले वुल्वरीन वन मोर टाइम फॉर योर फ्रेंड एंड देन ही एंड देन क्लाइंबिंग अप दिस एंड लाइक श्योर व्हाई नॉट एंड समथिंग वेरी कैजुअल अनाउंसमेंट एंड देन दे segue into the Deadpool logo and there are like Wolverine get 3 scratches on
very nice.
the claw.
So again, it's confirmed that he's gonna be on it, right? And this next video was the two of Ryan Reynolds and again Hugh Jackman next to each other. And so Ryan was like, all right guys, you want to know what the plot is? Hugh Jackman's like, yeah, you guys want to know, everyone wants to know, I've been asking Ryan what the plot is of this movie, so Ryan, go ahead. So Ryan's like, man, so in this movie we're gonna, and then music starts
exactly. Yeah.
So they're talking, they're saying everything, but you can't hear anything because the music is there. It's fucking hilarious, dude.
And then end में they are like, okay, don't worry, all the Wolverine fans, Logan the movie stands where it was. ये जो कहानी है ये लोगन की मूवी से एकदम अलग है तो Wolverine is dead.
Yeah.
तो वो is not a continuation.
It have to be before that.
Yeah, मतलब it's before Logan
that.
actually
or an
happens.
alternate timeline.
Yeah, probably because everybody was like Logan is a perfect ending to
Yeah.
Wolverine's
Why
character.
ruin that?
Why
Yeah.
would you know bring that back?
Exactly.
So then they like release this video to give one explanation कि भाई हम लोग कुछ नहीं छेड़ रहे हैं उसको.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about him coming back?
I fucking love it.
You love it?
I love this dude. Wolverine and Deadpool in the comics are two of the best duos available ever. Both of them have great healing factors. Basically, Deadpool has Wolverine's healing factor.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, it was taken from Wolverine while he was
Yeah.
on Project X thing, Weapon X thing, and then given to Deadpool. But dude, it's always the same dynamic, right? Wolverine will be irritated as fuck that Deadpool exists. Okay? And Deadpool is just excited to be around Wolverine.
Yeah.
Okay, he loves Wolverine, dude. So it's fucking just great dynamic, and I'm really looking forward to the two of them.
In general, the
acing those
Deadpool films for me have been my favorite. Like
Dude,
superhero film.
Not
like
surprising.
For me. Yeah.
I would agree. Right
Like
up there.
Superhero landing.
Like
Superhero landing,
yeah.
superhero
For me,
landing.
Deadpool is my favorite superhero films of all time.
Same. I really like Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
I was like, there is this.
जब वो सीरीज मंगवा लेता है super
yeah, exactly.
That Brad Pitt cameo in Deadpool.
Yeah.
For like that 3-frame cameo. Man, great. So very excited for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Now we can like, do we have anything else to talk about when it comes to DC and Marvel?
Man, DC Marvel.
I guess you have a new release of Marvel coming up.
Bro, yeah, Wakanda Forever is coming.
Oh, Wakanda Forever is
Black
coming.
Yes.
Panther 2.
I haven't.
कौन सा
Yeah,
है?
Black
हाँ, Black Panther 2. Oh, yeah.
मेरे को क्यों कंफ्यूज कर रहा है?
मुझे लगा आपने कुछ बैटमैन बोला.
No, listen, I have very limited knowledge of these things, but if you question me, I will question myself. So
Yeah, Black Panther 2, which
Yeah.
is called Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
Who do you think is playing Black Panther in this movie?
So I haven't seen the second trailer, but there were already rumors that there are gonna be possibly two Black Panthers.
Yeah, so they've
Right?
shown 2 Black Panther masks in the second
You
trailer.
mean masks or 2 humans?
Only
different
masks.
Imagine if Mike Tyson played Black Panther.
Bro,
Why?
Mike
wow,
Tyson क्यों?
that'll be amazing.
Just
That'll
because
be
he's black?
crazy.
He's a black actor? Any black actor guy?
He's a very famous
he's a
person
famous-
also. Yeah.
Like I can just see him like
Black Panther.
beating the shit out of people. Man.
He would be a cool Mike. T'Challa's dad. In the first movie, that could have been Mike Tyson. That would have been a cool role for Mike Tyson, I would say.
But
That's
then
true.
he's the tiger, na, not the panther.
Idris Elba would be nice.
Well,
as
I just
Black
saw
Panther.
him in Liger, so it's like left like a.
Like,
Yeah, but tell me, Idris Elba is already a part of that universe, so now he can't be Black Panther, no?
Idris Elba वो है ना?
He's in
Heimdall.
Thor.
He's
Thor.
Heimdall.
Heimdall, हाँ.
Yeah,
Thor.
Heimdall.
पर वो मर गया है Thor में.
तो इधर आ सकता है फिर?
पता नहीं.
Like, see, Loki, the TV show, has opened the doors to variants.
Ah,
Where variants can have the same face or
Yeah,
different
yeah,
faces and have to be totally different people.
True,
the
true,
same
true.
person can in different universes can
Yeah.
be playing completely different characters.
So there are
Anyone.
rumors कि Ant-Man and the Wasp का जो third part आने वाला है उसके अंदर Ant-Man is gonna be meeting all his variants from different universes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because the villain of that is Kang the Conqueror.
Hmm.
Is who was in Loki? He was the one who remains or something was the name.
अच्छा वो
If
हाँ
you've seen Loki, the TV
Yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah.
And basically, he who remains ka variants are Kang the Conquerors, basically, from
Oh.
different variants.
I just had this very bizarre thought in my head, like thousands of years ago, like near a fireplace, 4 people will be sitting talking like this about Ramayana and Mahabharat. Like, वो पता है वो रावण वापस आ रहा है. Like,
उसका छठा सर वापस आ रहा है.
But as you mention our cultural history, I'll say
It's
not
a
my
segue.
thought. It's a segue. It's a segue. A very smart one though. Anyone of you watched Ram Setu?
I saw the trailer and
Great
that-
trailer.
I was like Ram.
Like the max trippy that one can get.
Man, the trippiest thing was Akshay Kumar's hair. How do you get that hair, bro?
But apparently
It's called the wig, dude.
So that,
Wig
okay,
and fake beard.
you saw it, right?
Yeah.
I have a question. Does he really do a Jesus in that?
No. By the looks he should have.
But he's walking on the Ram Setu, no? When
Yeah, he's walking on the ocean with a
but
rock.
he's walking on the Ram
So
Setu.
what happened was जब वो rock लेके आता है ना ऊपर तो मैं और मम्मा
The rock is a piece of Ram Setu, I imagine. Right?
हाँ
हाँ, of course, उस पे लिखा हुआ है राम.
नहीं लिखा हुआ
जय श्री राम लिखा होता है ना उस
नहीं
पे.
लिखा
Oh, नहीं
रहता
रहता.
मैं पूरी पिक्चर में ढूंढ रहा था कि किसी पत्थर पे तो राम दिखा दो लिखा
हाँ,
हुआ
हाँ.
बट नहीं था एनीवे सो व्हेन ही स्टार्ट्स वॉकिंग ऑन वाटर ना एंड आई माय मॉम माय नानी एंड
Oh, so went for family movie.
फैमिली
Family.
मूवी तो हम लोग बैठे एंड ऑल ऑफ अ सडन ये पानी पे कैसे चल रहा है एंड देन वी वर लाइक ऑल हम लोग ऐसा जय श्री राम में पहुंच गए कि देखो पत्थर पे राम लिखा होगा इसलिए वो चल पा रहा है और ये और वो है एंड देन सडनली दे गिव एन एक्सप्लेनेशन कि जहाँ पे वो चल रहा है वहाँ पे सिर्फ 6 इंच का गैप है पानी के सरफेस में और राम सेतु के एग्जिस्टेंस में इसलिए वो उस पे चल पा रहा
ये कौन सा एरिया है?
ये है आपको पता नहीं है पर ये है
Rameshwaram.
Like in my head, that's what I thought. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, someone has to walk the Ram Setu in the movie, yaar, because that's the point of the Ram Setu.
The trailer is lying to us. Like they will trick us into this. And ये last scene में था.
नहीं दिस इज लाइक पहले 2-3 सीन के अंदर ही आ जाता है इनटू देयर एक्सपीडिशन टू राम सेतु
Oh wow.
Nice.
He's already walking on it.
Yeah. So the thing is, so they don't question the existence of Ram Setu.
Yeah, they're saying it
They
exists.
can't ना.
हाँ, they
जला
can't.
देंगे थिएटर को.
हाँ.
हाँ.
So, अभी द थिंग इज जैसे साइंटिस्ट कहते हैं कि जो राम सेतु का हमें इमेज दिखता है ऊपर से
हाँ.
वो मैन मेड स्ट्रक्चर ना होके वो एक
Natural
नेचुरल
structure,
फिनोमेना है क्योंकि उस जगह पे दोनों तरफ के करंट्स मिलते हैं और सेडिमेंटेशन होके वहाँ पे जो है उधर के पत्थर और उधर के पत्थर
एक natural bridge बन
हाँ
गया.
एक नेचुरल ब्रिज बन गया
Again, is that true? Is that the scientific explanation?
अभी हाँ साइंटिफिक एक्सप्लेनेशन यही है
Is that
Could be
actually true?
possible. Could be. There are
हाँ,
two
हाँ,
that
different.
makes sense.
There are two different oceans meeting there.
Yeah,
So
I'm saying it makes sense.
हाँ,
But is that what the
वही है,
scientists say? in real life
scientists
also?
say this.
Okay.
ठीक है तो इसमें
That's cool, man, yeah.
इसमें the funny not the funny part but like the arc of Akshay Kumar's character is कि वो ऐसा साइंटिस्ट है जो इस बात में बिलीव करता है he believes in facts ठीक है एंड he says कि राम सेतु is not a man built structure it's a natural phenomena
Yeah.
तो यही चीज प्रूव करने के लिए एक कंपनी जो राम सेतु तोड़ना चाहती है क्योंकि वहां से उनको एक सी रूट बनाना है वो अक्षय कुमार को हायर करती है
Okay. go
ठीक
on.
है हाँ बस
हाँ नहीं suspension of yeah.
वो उसको हायर करती है कि तुम प्रूव करो कि ये
It's
मैन मेड
natural
नहीं है नेचुरल है ताकि
हाँ.
लोगों की आस्था ना टूटे
hurt
जब
हो,
हम
हाँ.
इसको तोड़ें तो एंड इन द मूवी ही रियलाइजेज ही गोज फ्रॉम अ रैशनल साइंटिस्ट
From a cynic
टू अ बिलीवर
हाँ, to
कि
believer, हाँ.
ये श्री राम ने ही बनाया है
जय श्री राम.
जय श्री राम ठीक है एंड द सो इट्स एन अबव एवरेज फिल्म अक्षय कुमार का बेस्ट रोल इन द ईयर आई
I've
फील
heard that.
ठीक
That
है
I've heard, yeah.
हाँ genuinely like you can't really
Like at least he's trying.
Well,
in this
okay,
one.
listen.
trying. Yeah.
His
Not
last
like-
few films, one has been Katputli.
हाँ.
So let's not even go there.
हाँ
But
exactly
actually, then that what is the Prithviraj one?
Prithviraj one,
पृथ्वीराज रक्षाबंधन
And
Raksha Bandhan. So
And-
let's
and
like.
then
But
this.
this guy, dude, is still having 4 releases a year.
Yeah.
Actors don't have released for 6 years and all. This
Dude,
guy-
And then they give last
Because he has said
Yeah,
no, he wants he
Wow.
wants to basically buy a house every time he does a film. No, that's his aim.
Oh really?
Dude,
Yeah.
He can't possibly buy a bigger house than he has.
Not
already.
bigger house, multiple houses
Oh, like
everywhere.
that. Okay.
हाँ.
चल, ठीक है.
तो
That
अब
makes sense.
इस मूवी के थ्रू सो देव प्लेड इट वेरी स्मार्टली सो उन्होंने लोग ने क्या किया है जिन चीज़ों को साइंटिस्ट, रिसर्चर्स और आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट्स ऑलरेडी फाइंड और लोकेट कर चुके हैं, उन्होंने उसके अराउंड हमारा जो कल्चरल हिस्ट्री है या माइथोलॉजी कह लो या जो भी कह लो, उसको बिल्ड किया है. सो अब जैसे लंका में अच्छा मूवी के बीच में वो श्रीलंका चले जाते हैं, ठीक है, ऑफ कोर्स,
और फिर आग लगाते हैं,
ठीक है, नहीं, सो वहां पे जाके
तो ऑलरेडी आग लग रही है.
नाउ दे आर लाइक कि राम की एग्जिस्टेंस प्रूव करने के लिए हमें रावण का एग्जिस्टेंस प्रूव करना पड़ेगा.
गजब.
ठीक है, तो वो रावण का एग्जिस्टेंस प्रूव करने के लिए श्रीलंका चले जाते हैं.
गजब.
ठीक है, तो अब वहां पे उन लोग ने क्या किया है, वेरी
सैफ अली खान दिखता है.
प्लीज डोंट टेल मी दे गो टू दैट प्लेस वेयर रावण का ये रूम है वहां पे.
ब्रो, दे गो टू एवरी प्लेस दैट दे कैन.
I went there.
That's a great crossover point for Adipurush and Ram.
I forget the name. There is this rock structure in Sigiriya, right? Sigiriya rock structure.
You must have been to that place.
Where is this?
मेरे को लगता है वर्ल्ड में कहीं नाम लूंगा मैं, you've been to that place.
So in Sri Lanka there is this Sigiriya rock, right?
वहीं निकलते हैं वो लोग.
Exactly. तो वहाँ पे basically the legend is that Ravan used to live there, right? So I was super tired that day and I was like, ये क्या हो रहा है, like whatever. But then when they told me कि अरे रावण का room दिखाएंगे, I was like मैं चढ़ेगा. And then I walked up.
And it's quite a tiring walk.
It's a very intense walk, but so fun. I mean, it's a lovely place to be, like when you go to the top. And when you come down, the room is basically just 4 rocks ऐसे रखे हुए वहाँ पे, and it's like, oh, this is a room. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a cave. It's like, no, this is where Ravan lived. I'm like, no, but why won't he live on the top? It's like, no, वो ऊपर दरबार करता था और वहाँ से फिर नीचे आता था और रहता यहाँ पे था. There was a freshwater natural pool or something वहाँ पे. I'm like,
तो उन लोग ने यही किया. सो वहाँ की जितने लेजेंड्स हैं ना, जिनको वहाँ पे बहुत पक्के से माना जाता है, उन्होंने उन्हीं जगहों को एक्सप्लोर किया है. और बीच बीच में उन लोग ने ये डाल दी, जैसे अब there's this cave जो कहती है कि यहाँ से जाओगे तो आप इस तरफ निकलोगे, यहाँ से जाओगे तो अब रावण के घर पे निकलोगे. और अगर जो तीसरा रास्ता है वो जाता है सीधा रावण की लंका को. But the thing is that archaeologists haven't found Lanka.
Yeah.
So they can't show it in the movie.
Yeah.
तो उन लोग ने क्या किया है, वो जो तीसरा रास्ता जो लंका को जाता है वो उन्होंने दिखा दिया कि वो कवर्ड है, उसको हम हटा नहीं सकते. तो आप समझ रहे हो, उन्होंने एक तरीके से ये भी बोल दिया कि ये रास्ता लंका को जाता है, पर उन्होंने ये बोल दिया कि हम यहाँ जा नहीं सकते, मतलब हम दिखा नहीं सकते. अरे द थिंग इज कि अभी एग्जिस्टेंस में जो हमारे रियल वर्ल्ड में उन लोग ने उस चीज को कभी उसके बारे में बात ही नहीं हुई है, तो वो लोग मूवी में उसको फिक्शनलाइज करके भी नहीं दिखा रहे हैं.
अच्छा,
ठीक है. तो हाँ, दे आर प्लेइंग इट वेरी सेफ एंड वेरी स्मार्ट कि जो लेजेंड्स ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्ट करते हैं श्रीलंका में, वो उन्हीं के अराउंड प्ले कर रहे हैं. एंड वो हमें बस हल्का हल्का फीड कर रहे हैं कि यू नो इट इज ट्रू, और ये उसकी ये भी चीजें हैं, बट हम यहाँ नहीं जा सकते. एंड देव डेवलप्ड अ रीजन इन द स्क्रिप्ट कि यहाँ हम इसलिए नहीं जा सकते.
It's basically Dan Brown Indian version.
National treasure.
Yeah, I thought of National Treasure. I thought of Angels and
It's
Demons.
exactly that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's this thing कि श्रीलंका में there's this place जहाँ पे एक ऐसा प्लांट है जिसका अगर आप नेचुरल हैबिटेट अगर आप उसका ट्रेस डाउन करो तो वो हिमालयाज में आता है. ठीक है. एंड उसका बिहाइंड का स्टोरी इज दिस
लक्ष्मण
संजीवनी बूटी.
दिस इज द संजीवनी बूटी. सो देव शोन दैट कि ये देखो, ये एक ऐसा प्लांट है जो क्लोजेस्ट रिलेटिव है टू द myth of संजीवनी बूटी.
अरे what is that legend कि Congress grass which grows wildly in India is not actually originally from India. It was brought by travelers. Congress grass. It's
called Congress grass.
Congress grass. There is a weed basically called Congress grass. So what? There is I forget which country it comes from, but like the origin is not in India.
Italy.
I knew that would come. But yeah, I mean, like, it's not a surprise that vegetation can come from one country to the other, because people travel,
exactly,
seeds travel, and it wouldn't be surprising if like Sri Lanka में कुछ plant पहुंच गया होगा जिसका Indian origin होगा. That makes no sense.
तो उन लोगों ने exactly सिर्फ उन्हीं चीजों को explicitly बोला है और बाकी चीजों को suggestive करके छोड़ दिया है, which I thought was a very smart.
It's good storytelling.
Yeah, it's a good smart way to.
If it works, right?
Yeah, it does actually. And they've like बहुत ही subtle तरीके से उन्होंने सारी चीज को ये बोल दिया कि सब सच ही था. ठीक है. And the last line to the movie, मतलब in the movie is कि राम की एग्जिस्टेंस को प्रूव करना उनके ऊपर क्यों है जो राम में बिलीव करते हैं. एंड उनको बोलो जो बिलीव नहीं करते कि वो ये प्रूव करके दिखाएं that he never existed.
Oh, that's such a bullshit argument. Okay, you have triggered me. This is exactly what people tell atheists, right? कि अरे मैं बिलीव करता हूँ तो मैं क्यों प्रूव करूँ? मैं बिलीव करता हूँ, तू प्रूव करना कि मेरा गॉड एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता. Why does the burden of proof lie on me when I don't even believe in what you believe in? That doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I'm telling you कि I don't believe in it. This doesn't exist, right? तो तू proof gather करना. तेरे को prove करना है ना कि it exists. तो तू proof करना gather.
I think the best way out is neither one needs to prove. You
Yeah,
believe
that's
what you
why
believe
does
and
it
I believe what I
No,
believe.
but this is a challenge that comes. So
Yeah.
look, I used to be a very militant atheist earlier in my life, where I was like all out saying कि मेरे को तो भगवान में विश्वास नहीं और मैं prove करके रहेगा कि.
Oh, you saw a lot of Bill Hicks and George Carlin.
Yeah, George Carlin, all that, right? But now I'm a milder atheist, right? Where I like, ठीक है भाई तू believe कर ले तेरा, but when they challenge me, कि so the people ask ना कि oh you're an atheist, you're an agnostic atheist, whatever you are.
I consider myself to be agnostic.
Agnostic atheist, yeah. So I keep switching, but anyway, like it's like, तो तू भगवान में नहीं मानता? Like, you know, I don't believe in the God you believe in. I might believe in something else, and I don't feel the need to prove that. But then when the question like this comes, this end line of this movie, which will trigger the hell out of me.
Which, by the way, gathered a lot of applause and CTs. Huh?
This is exactly it,
Was it a full house?
Yeah.
Full house?
Yeah. People
मतलब
were
हमारी-
there and
The film is doing
they
well.
were
Karan.
Yeah, it's doing
hooting,
well.
clapping, whistling, everything was happening.
Fuck, are those the movies that are gonna earn now? The mythologically inspired
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
movies?
absolutely.
Yeah,
those are
bro,
the ones.
it's the so I think people have realized that India का मार्केट माइथोलॉजी में जितना एक्सप्लोर किया जा सकता है
हाँ,
उतना अभी तक हुआ नहीं है.
यार कॉपी करने के वैसे भी थक गए हैं लोग.
हाँ भाई, I
Well,
Well, at least
yeah.
there's some originality in
For
the
sure,
stories, right?
100%, dude,
Right?
for sure. Yeah,
As in whatever said and done. Like I would love for which were the Shiva trilogy to be
Yeah.
made.
ब्रह्मास्त्र
वो
वगैरह.
बन रहा है.
ब्रह्मास्त्र नहीं है
not
ना?
अरे,
Brahmastra.
the Meluha.
The Nagas, the Immortals of Meluha.
Immortals of
Like
Meluha.
I would love for that to. I would love any Ashwin Sanghi book to be made, like Krishna Ki, like all of these. Like I would love to see a movie that was made on that.
And people would
Right?
watch it.
Yeah, I would 100% watch that film. Yeah,
I would watch it. Also.
Yeah.
Like, if
I
it's
want
well
to.
done and stylistically done, you'll watch anything. यार.
Yeah.
What-
Yeah.
हमें क्या? We want
No,
to watch
there's
good
so
stuff.
many stories to come out of
Yeah.
here. Forget anything else. Forget
Yeah, correct.
the religious perspective of it. But there's so many stories that
Yeah,
can be
yeah.
like it's just such great
Dude,
scripting
A
opportunity.
few
yeah.
weeks back, I recommended this comic book that I'm
Yeah.
reading right now called 18 Days. Okay, it's written again by Grant Morrison, the comic, the person I told you about for All Star Superman. Same writer. 18 Days follows the 18 days of the Kurukshetra battle of the Mahabharata.
Oh, nice.
Okay, and then it goes back and forth from those like say
Yeah.
day one they're talking.
Yeah, true.
To Arjun and Krishna
Yes.
talking on the chariot, right? And Arjun asking some existential questions to Krishna.
That's the
And-
Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
existential question is
Correct,
Bhagavad
correct.
Gita.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but to get to the answer that Krishna is giving, right? They'll go back to how it came to that moment, and it's so well done, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah,
It's a
very very stylistically
comic?
written. It's a comic
Yeah.
book. It's a graphic
Nice.
novel called 18 Days. Please, again, huge recommendation. Check it out.
definitely
It's very well done.
Yeah.
It stays true to its source material also.
nice.
Very well done. Like
Nice.
just
Plus,
great.
I really feel
No, I'll
I
definitely.
मतलब I don't know if see I am a believer. अगर आप लोग मतलब अगर कोई भी ऐसा है जो बिलीव नहीं करता है या जो भी है, बट आप वो टेक्स्ट अगर पढ़ो, अगर आप एज ए लिटरेचर ही पढ़ना चाहो, they are so beautiful.
Oh yeah, of course I've read
They
the
are
Mahabharata.
I
love it.
Yeah,
love
great,
it.
great
I read Srimad Bhagavad Gita when I was very young.
Yeah.
मैं नानी नानू के साथ रहता था, तो I have been big on all these texts. I think every text is such a beautiful story.
Yeah, for sure.
It is such a beautiful story, and
Dude, absolutely.
and to do justice, मैं उसको अगर मैं सिनेमा में देखना चाहूँगा ना, मैं I am very big on mytho. I really want to like अभी recently I have bought Palace of Illusions and Forest of Enchantment.
What are those? I don't know.
So Palace of Illusions is Mahabharat from Draupadi's point of view,
point of view.
and Forest of Enchantment is Ramayan
From Sita's point of
point of view.
view.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? I mean, I agree with you. They're great stories. All of them are very good stories. Mahabharat, I love, because no character is good or bad. Everything is grey.
Yeah.
And it's perfect, right?
Yeah.
If you make like a Game of Thrones type thing with Mahabharat,
Exactly.
it'll be amazing, right?
Amazing,
I would
amazing.
love to see something like that. But
Exactly.
at the same time, what I do not agree with is when people say that, oh, this actually happened. Right, okay. So, I mean, elements of it might have happened, many stories might have happened and come together into a mishmash or whatever it is. That's fine, right? But don't force me to believe it.
Absolutely.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And what these kind of movies tend to do, again, I have not seen Ram Setu. I will watch it though. I do want to watch it.
Watch it.
You're
But
saying they try to push the religious
they try to
narrative.
push that a little subtle
I get
thing,
that.
like with these
Yeah,
lines,
sure.
which are very triggering, right? You don't have to be preachy about it. Like you
Sure,
can
you don't have
show,
to be, yeah.
you can show it like a nice story, like
Yeah.
like a Dan Brown of
Investigation,
India
yeah,
sort of
correct,
story.
yeah, correct.
Don't be preachy about it. That's my only little.
I mean,
thing.
I get what you're saying, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's like any single American film
but I-
pushing American
American
propaganda.
values and all that. Yeah.
America's the best.
Yeah. That's also, by the way, the problem we have with Superman is because he's just very
Gets
American.
preachy.
It's preachy with an American point of view is also the problem. That's
Another
the-
God
Anyway.
movie that released this week was Thank God.
Oh god.
Yeah,
And,
correct. Thank God it released.
And
Isn't it? Doesn't it have Paresh Rawal? No.
No.
No, Ajay Devgan.
Ajay
Ajay Devgan, okay.
Ajay
God.
Devgan is playing Chandragupt. Chitragupt. Chandragupt. yeah, no, sorry.
Chitragupt.
Chitragupt.
Okay.
Chitragupt is the god of?
Chitragupt is basically
Like a,
the one
not
who
Yamraj.
makes the decisions. Ki, you go to the hell.
Heaven
you
or
go to
hell?
heaven.
Oh, I saw the trailer. Oh
Yeah,
god,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
No.
Looks terrible.
Very bad.
So
very
if
bad.
वाह लाइफ
But
हो तो
Noora
ऐसी
Fateh is
yeah so
very beautiful.
if वाह लाइफ हो
In
तो
that
ऐसी and God to see great हो had a love child
which are both copies of other movies anyway.
it would be Thank God.
Okay.
So it's also like a little preachy, not a little preachy, बहुत ज़्यादा preachy. वो मतलब उसके सारे पाप गिनवाता है कि तुमने ये सारे पाप करे हैं लाइफ में
तो इसलिए
and every पाप comes with a moral of the story is कि तुम्हें ये करना चाहिए था.
बाप
ठीक है.
रे.
Man,
हाँ.
it's all, like you can tell what the story is gonna be from the get-go.
Ha, ha,
Second
ha.
you watch the trailer because he'll learn his lessons.
Exactly.
And then he
Exactly.
won't pass on to the next life. He'll
Yeah.
wake up again. He'll
हाँ
be
हाँ
given a
वही
second
है
chance
वही
in
है
life.
स्टोरी वही है
It's obvious.
स्टोरी
To
वही
learn
है.
those lessons in life.
Huh? He'll learn those lessons, then come back to life.
हाँ.
And make the
Wake
same
up.
mistakes again like
No,
a
he
normal
won't.
human being. No.
हाँ नहीं फिर उसका पूरा ऐसा
नहीं होने resolutions है भाड़ में नहीं होने वाला है.
Exactly.
हृदय परिवर्तन हो जाता है ना फिर उसका एंड में.
No, I have I think 80% given up on Bollywood now. Like some of them like I'll watch, right? But every time this happens with me now, that I watch a movie from South India, maybe Tamil, maybe from Malayali movie, whatever, great fun. Like for example, I saw Vikram, right? Like I think it came on
Kamal Hassan
Amazon, the
Yeah.
Kamal Hassan movie.
Yeah.
Again, when I saw the trailer, it seemed like this thrillery sort of thing. Midway into the movie, they lose it. Like they lose it like Rohit Shetty into thousands,
But
like
in a
whatever.
good way or bad?
Oh, amazing!
Oh,
And
okay.
also so much gore. Like there is
Only.
like beheadings and heads exploding and
Oh,
whatever.
love that.
But the fun thing is that I was excited when I was watching this. I know what I'm watching is stupid, but amazing. This is like war feels.
No, that's the thing, right? It's the same like KGF or any of these films.
Exactly.
Right? That there's no thought. You are going in with zero expectation, but with just an expectation to have fun.
Yes.
So it's like old Govinda movies, right?
Yes.
But you knew
But-
you were leaving your brain behind.
But do you think कि हम लोग मतलब like we are a little partial when it comes to कि अगर बॉलीवुड में ऐसी कोई ऐसी एक्शन मूवी करेगा तो we'll be bashing the movie
Like,
left,
I
right
think-
and center.
see,
No,
And-
Bollywood has run out of stories. What I think, because Vikram में वैसे कोई ऐसी smart story है नहीं, right? But उन्होंने the way they did it in the first half, right? This guy is chasing a ghost, and there are like people showing up, and there is this very interesting villain that they have created, उसमें Santanam, who has like a giant family, and they are like doing their own thing, drugs के बारे में. Again, it gets a little preachy, it gets very actiony, all of that, right? But what I think is Bollywood has run out of stories.
But like last movie of the episode should be Kantara.
Okay.
Kantara is receiving a lot of praises. People have gone up to compare this movie to Tumbad.
Oh, I
And
love
also-
Tumbad.
Yeah.
Also, they're saying the reason I watched it, right? So again, Meghnad and Harsh, you guys have not seen
I
that.
haven't
No,
seen
no,
this
I
one.
haven't.
No.
So the reason
Okay, do watch it though.
Yeah, I do want to watch
like
it.
it's a good one-time watch at least.
Please
for
don't
me.
spoil this one for me.
we won't. But basically, the
इसके
thing
अंदर
is,
spoiler है क्या?
तो
के अलावा नहीं
basically all you can do for spoilers of this movie is tell you the plot of the movie, and that's all I can do.
No.
Then I can't do more.
but मुझे सवाल हैं, मेरे कुछ सवाल हैं मूवी को लेके, ये तो है.
Yeah, but no. What I'm saying is that it was the reason I watched this movie is a friend of mine told me that he found it better than RRR.
Oh, really?
What?
Wow.
Yeah,
No, bro.
which was not the case for me.
Yeah,
Okay?
it wasn't.
So I'll tell you what my experience was. I had no. I never heard of this movie till it released and people started raving about it. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, ab to dekhna padega, okay? Because if people are calling it better than RRR and all, better than Pushpa and all, Pushpa also I loved by the way.
Pushpa I haven't seen.
Okay, I loved it.
Yeah.
But
I like Pushpa as well.
yeah. So I thought people are saying it's the best movie that come from South India this year. I'm like, oh,
Pushpa?
Yeah, no. This Kantara.
Kantara.
Acha, okay.
So I was like, oh, that's high praise. I gotta go watch it.
Hmm.
Firstly, it is directed by the same person, Rishabh Shetty. He has written it, directed it, and stars in it,
Yeah.
which is a mammoth task for a movie like this. And you will appreciate that for sure
Yeah.
in the movie, okay? Because I couldn't get that out of my head. I'm like, how is this guy doing everything and still acting this well? Is mind-boggling.
Is it
okay?
visually a beautiful film?
The shots are beautiful. Yeah,
The
yeah.
last
DOP
30
was
minutes.
Great.
Because that, I think, like,
I think a lot of it was very well shot.
yeah,
I thought.
because that actually is a big thing between South Indian
Yeah,
films
yeah,
and
yeah.
Bollywood films
They're
now. If
very
you
well
actually
shot.
ask me,
Yeah.
they just stylize so much better.
Yeah.
That especially the action.
Yeah,
That
Exactly.
you just feel like I want to watch that more. So I
Exactly.
don't not about
Haan,
shitting on
probably.
Bollywood, but I think this is a stylization. So
I
from
agree.
Bahubali to
Totally,
KGF
Even
to
RRR, dude,
RRR,
like,
all of them. Like,
also one thing that I find different, like एक ऐसा factor जो दोनों में different है कि अगर साउथ इंडिया में जैसे कंतारा फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर ये मूवी में उन लोगों ने एक ओके फॉर लाइक लैक ऑफ अ बेटर वर्ड आई विल कॉल इट मिथ, एक ऐसे मिथ के बारे में बात करी है जिसको जो उनके लिए मिथ नहीं है फॉर दैट मैटर, मैं लाइक कॉमन उसके लिए मैं मिथ कह रहा हूँ कि उनका ये बिलीफ है कि उनकी एक पूजा होती है कोला पूजा, कोला करके उनका एक फेस्टिवल है जिसमें
By the way, these are not things that are made up for the movie. These things
हाँ,
exist.
मतलब these things exist.
No, I get
ठीक है,
that.
तो उन लोग ने उसमें ये दिखाया कि उस कोला पूजा के टाइम पे the one who's performing the कोला,
The dance ritual,
the dance ritual, उसके अंदर actually the deity comes.
Okay.
ठीक है, सो उनकी स्टोरी टेलिंग में ना ये डाउट नहीं है कि वो ऐसा होता है कि ऐसा नहीं होता है, जैसे यू नो
होता है,
होता है, दिस हैपेंस, दिस एग्जिस्ट्स, ठीक है. हम लोग आई डोंट नो अब ये इज दिस बिकॉज क्योंकि बॉलीवुड में क्रिटिक्स ज्यादा हैं, जैसे फॉर दैट मैटर मैं भी राम सेतु की बात कर रहा था, राम सेतु की मूवी में दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट रामायण, ठीक है, बट वो उसको इस तरीके से बात नहीं कर रहे कि वो एग्जिस्ट करती है, ठीक है. अगर वो कहीं किसी भी मूवी में या कोई एक ऐसे पार्ट को क्लेम करते हैं कि ये चीज होती है तो क्रिटिक्स जो है वो चढ़ जाएंगे उनके ऊपर, राइट. या अगर वो पूरा रामायण दिखाएंगे तो फिर वो पूरी रामायण की स्टोरी दिखाएंगे, बट इस पे जैसे उन्होंने एक रिचुअल को चूज किया और उस पे उन लोग ने ये नहीं सोचा कि यू नो व्हाट विल क्रिटिक्स से कि हम लोग इसमें बिलीव करते हैं कि नहीं करते, या ये उनके लिए वो इतना वो कन्विक्शन आई थिंक वो तभी आता है जब उनके माइंड में कोई डाउट ही नहीं है उस चीज को लेकर कि ये है, ऐसा होता है, वो यहाँ से गायब हुआ था, दिस एग्जिस्ट, दिस हैपेंड.
It makes for a better story also.
once everyone's
Clear है, clear है
माइंड में
कि
क्लियर है, उनको ये नहीं देखना कि ओ इसको मैं ये एंगल दूं ताकि मैं सेफ प्ले कर पाऊं.
Correct. Yeah.
And this they do without being preachy. Also this removes the वो space of being preachy, क्योंकि उनके माइंड में वो चीज प्रीच करने लायक है ही नहीं, मतलब
एग्जिस्ट करता
तो
है,
एग्जिस्ट करता है. अब मैं तेरे को क्या प्रीच करूंगी ताजमहल है कि नहीं है, तुझे दिख रहा है भाई, तो वही चीज उनके लिए वो है, एंड दैट्स व्हाई दे डोंट प्रीच इट, दे जस्ट शो इट, एंड दैट्स व्हाई probably it's a better viewing experience.
No, कांतारा देखना है.
So I'll tell for our listeners what the basic plot of the movie is, right? Is that hundreds of years ago in the 1800s, okay, there was this king who was the ruler of this supposed land, but he was never at peace. Okay, he could never sleep properly. He was never at peace. Never had happiness or whatever. He just in the lookout for peace, he did a sannyas around his kingdom looking for peace, and happened up on this piece of land where he felt that peace. So he's like, okay, great. I will this area is giving me peace. So what I will do is I will ask the deity who is that is the person he talked about, the deity, the demigod kind of deity of that area. Okay, your people can be my subjects, but in return I will give you guys this piece of land for yours to keep.
वो अपने ही किंगडम में होता है और
Yeah,
अपने
वही तो।
किंगडम के बाहर के फॉरेस्ट्स, जैसे एनसीआर में घूम रहा है बेसिकली, ठीक है। तो अब वो एनसीआर में जब घूम रहा है तो उसको वहाँ के एक फॉरेस्ट में वो यात्रा कर रहा है अपने घोड़े पे, एंड एक जगह से उसको बहुत ज़्यादा एनर्जी फील होती है, एंड वो अपने घोड़े से उतर के उस एनर्जी की तरफ जाता है। तो वहाँ पे जैसे वो नहीं होता पत्थर पे टीका लगा होता है ऑफ सॉर्ट्स, तो वहाँ पे वो एक पत्थर पड़ा होता है जिसपे टीका लगा होता है, एंड देन वहाँ पे ही फील्स सो मच एट पीस दैट उसके हाथ की तलवार अपने आप गिर जाती है नीचे, एंड देन ही इज लाइक एंड देन ही टर्न्स, तो पीछे सारे गांव वाले खड़े होते हैं, एंड इज लाइक मुझे आपके प्रभु जो हैं वो मुझे दे दो, क्योंकि मेरे को इतना पीस एट पीस कभी फील नहीं हुआ लाइफ में। तो दे आर लाइक यही तो हमारे प्रोटेक्टर हैं, अगर हम आपको ये दे देंगे तो हमें कौन बचाएगा। एंड देन
he gives his word.
हाँ, एंड देन ही गिव्स, ही इज लाइक आपको जो चाहिए मैं आपको देता हूँ, एंड देन एक इंसान में वो डीटी आ जाते हैं, एंड देन ही शाउट्स लाइक जहाँ तक मेरा आवाज गया है
That's very well done.
वहाँ उस पॉइंट तक का जितना लैंड है वो इन गांव वालों का है।
Okay.
And he's shouting at the top of his lungs.
हाँ.
So like you can really see hear
Yeah.
it echoing and all.
ठीक है, तो वो इन गांव वालों का है, और तू कभी अपनी इस बात से मुकर नहीं सकता है। इसलिए आपको जो चाहिए मैं देने को रेडी हूँ, आप बस मेरे साथ मेरे राज्य में चलो। तो इज लाइक ठीक है, एंड इज लाइक तू कभी मुकरा तो तेरे को और कोई माफ करे ना, मतलब करे या ना करे आई डोंट नो, ये लोग माफ करे ना करे, बट ये जो डीटी है ये कभी माफ नहीं करेगा, एंड यू हैव टू पे द प्राइस फॉर इट। तो टिल ही लिव्स वो उस प्रॉमिस को रखता है, एंड देन जब उसके आगे की जनरेशंस होती हैं वो बाहर पढ़ने जाती हैं, और ये मतलब लाइक यू नो देन दे कम बैक एंड देन दे आर लाइक ब्रो इस लैंड, हाँ इस लैंड का प्राइस तुम्हें पता है कितना है? तुम हमारे पापा को एक ऐसा स्टूपिड स्टोरी सुना के तुम ये सारा लैंड ले लिए, एंड वो बेचारे भोले आदमी तुम्हें लैंड दे दिए, अब मुझे वापस चाहिए। So this is the story of how यहाँ से like this is the plot of the movie कि ऐसे descendants जो हैं they keep you know trying to acquire that land, and how that story unfolds
Yeah. Got it.
is the story.
Got
But
it.
then then there are like certain horror elements,
Yeah.
certain action elements. There's some political intrigue
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
It's pretty well done, and definitely like very well done. The
Yeah.
movie. I don't exactly understand though why इतना बड़ा hype बन गया इस movie का.
Like तुम्बाड़ के level का तो like I
also
felt कि
agree.
तुम्बाड़ के level
I
का
also
तो
agree.
नहीं है।
Tumbad was like a very special movie, man.
Yeah.
In a way. This movie, sure, okay, you can call it special, but इतना मेरे को नहीं लगा यार. Maybe because I watched the Hindi dub and that didn't do it justice. But then Snayhil is telling me that he has friends who watched it in the original language also.
Yeah, I prefer
And-
watching in original.
In original,
Yeah,
yeah.
और
With
ओरिजिनल
subtitles.
में ऑफ कोर्स
Yeah.
ओरिजिनल में, बट द थिंग इज जब मैं ओरिजिनल में देखने गया तो सबटाइटल्स देवनागरी में आए।
Oh,
अरे,
right,
you-
right.
मैं
so slow. I
मैं
read
जितना
Hindi was very slowly,
मैं आई रेगुलरली रीड एंड राइट हिंदी, ठीक है। तो द थिंग इज कि मैं भी उतना जल्दी नहीं पढ़ पाया उन लोग,
chance
तो
for
आई एम
me.
श्योर कि जो लोग उतना रेगुलरली हिंदी टेक्स्ट नहीं पढ़ते हैं, देवनागरी टेक्स्ट,
Very
वो तो
slow, yeah.
नहीं ही पढ़ पाएंगे।
तो बेसिकली ओरिजिनल लैंग्वेज इंग्लिश सबटाइटल
English
ढूंढना
subtitles,
पड़ेगा.
yeah.
Dude, the crazy thing is the theater I went to watch it. It said, you know, when the movie starts, they show you what the thing is. No, before that, what in the theater. So it said Kantara in brackets Hindi with English subtitles. Okay.
And there were no subtitles.
There were no subtitles the entire movie. Okay. English तो दूर की बात है. Subtitles ही नहीं है. The only part that does have subtitles is when this deity thing is speaking, no, from the person.
okay.
That part is in Hindi, in Devanagari.
In Devanagari
So not in English
script,
subtitles, dude. At least give me that in English. वो भी नहीं दिया.
But I think we'll be back for some recommendations and we'll wrap it up as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So we'll go into the break and we'll be back with some awesome recommendations.
What is a law? What is an influencer? Can it even be a real career? Why do people vote? Why do people watch other people play games on the internet? Who are trads and what are raitas? What is an election? Can I contest in one? Why do courts get to decide what is right and wrong? Do politicians control the country? Do bureaucrats do it? Wait, who the heck is in charge? So many simple questions with some big answers. Hi, I am Meghnad, a public policy nerd, author, and YouTuber with an ultra-curious enthu-cutlet soul. Join me as I ask these questions to experts who will break down these complex issues and explain like I'm 10 years old. Not just that, we will also have a YouTube commenter in human form sitting with us so that there can be some further live questioning and probing and even heckling. Yeah, that happened. Only on the IVM Podcast Network. Now that I think of it, is there a God? Why am I doing this podcast? Why do I even exist? Why do you exist? What are you even listening to? Am I going to...
And we are back with some awesome recommendations. Let's start off with Harsh.
Okay, so I am going to recommend for anyone that's into scuba diving or adventure, I just did an awesome trip to Oman.
Okay, wow.
Oman!
Yes, Oman. Yeah, man.
Oman, that's so nice.
Roll down the rubber, man. So I'm definitely going to recommend people to go diving in Muscat. It's super easy, accessible, and great stuff to watch underwater. So
I think यहाँ पे वीडियो में ना वो भाई पैसा हो तो क्या कुछ नहीं हो सकता वाला मीम डाल देना चाहिए.
ज़्यादा महंगा नहीं है भाई.
Okay,
His
so then
recommendation is out of my budget.
how much would it cost to if...
So flights are roughly 16 grand, stay is roughly 4 grand a night, and diving is roughly $4,000 for a dive. So
Not bad.
so it's not
bad.
it's not
So
very
like
expensive.
60, 70 and you're comfortable.
60-70 grand you're comfortable.
Okay, yeah,
So
that's not
it's not very
crazy.
expensive.
It's not
ये
crazy.
नहीं है
It's how much
पैसा
money you-
भाई.
यार अभी तो नहीं है, चल ठीक है, पर हो जाएगा यार, go then. चल ठीक है, fair.
But सही आपने ट्रैवल एजेंट अच्छा आप खुद ही हो सॉरी ठीक है.
चलो.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah. That's
Yeah.
So it's 70-80 for us.
Exactly,
70 for us.
exactly.
That cost is gone.
So for reference, this guy has a travel company which is called
Travel someday.
India someday, Asia someday, travel someday.
तो वो इसलिए इनको 50-60 के पड़ता है,
हाँ.
अपना 80-90 के हो जाएगा. But great recommendation someday.
Thank
If I have money.
Correct.
Shall do. नहीं तो लक्षद्वीप. Meghnad, what will your recommendation be?
I wanted to recommend Discovery Plus पे Gordon Ramsay का new show called Next Level Chef. It's amazing, like Master Chef, next level Master Chef. Basically the concept is that this time there are 3 levels of kitchen. The
Okay.
top kitchen is the most fancy one, the middle kitchen is like, you know, hotel quality, and the basement kitchen is like garbage, matlab like
Achha.
pan toota hai, you know, whatever, kuch equipment nahi hai. And there is a platform coming from the top to bottom where people have to pick up food from and cook.
Oh.
And it's like that movie Platform,
Yeah,
right? If you
yeah,
saw it on
yeah,
Netflix.
yeah, I've
They
seen
turned it into a cooking show. It's so mind-blowing. I love it.
Okay.
Next level chef. Yeah.
So wait, the 3 levels.
3 levels. It's a vertical building.
Correct, I get it.
Right. So the
Yeah.
set is vertical. So
Yeah.
3 levels. Top is best.
Yeah.
Middle is okay. And bottom is bottom.
So matlab the challenges go from
So
the
there are
bottom level
people
to
cooking
top
on each level based on the challenges that they've won previous rounds or whatever.
correct.
And a platform is coming from top to bottom, and then people have to pick up food. So नीचे वाले इनको एक तो
कुछ
बहुत
नहीं मिलता
घटिया equipment है और
हाँ.
घटिया ingredients भी है.
Oh,
And then to
got
come
it.
out from there, they
Because
have to
the best
create
ones have
something
been taken
amazing.
by the people on
Yeah,
top.
correct.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy man, great
Nice.
idea.
That's
Yeah.
very
What's
good.
it called again?
It's called Next Level Chef.
Next level chef.
काफी next level show लग रहा है.
And Gordon Ramsay, of course, does everything great. I'm a
Correct.
big fan, so yeah.
All right, cool. Huh? All right,
What will your recommendation be, Antariksh?
I would like to recommend.
Let me guess. A YouTube channel or a comic book?
Anime? No. YouTube channel. YouTube channel. Internet Today is the YouTube channel I want to recommend.
Okay.
Today I'll recommend Internet Today. It is basically a cool way to find the news. Ricky, it's hosted by 2 people called Ricky and Elliot.
Okay.
And I've been following them for like the last 5, 6, 7 years or something. And basically they'll break down news topics and they'll cover everything about that news topic.
Oh.
But
Nice.
basically just giving information and then making like a few
Like
silly jokes here and
Indian
there.
news.
No. International news.
Okay.
But like, so they'll be like, they have different kind of, they have like 3 episodes uploaded every week.
Okay.
Okay, 3 episodes a week. One of them is called Weekly Weird News,
Okay.
which is weird news on the internet. Another
Okay.
one is called Tech News Day, which is like tech stuff.
Okay.
And the one is they have like a gaming thing also, and then they have a pop culture thing also.
Oh,
So it's
nice.
like 4,
Okay.
so 4 episodes a
Okay.
week.
So no business and economy
No,
stuff.
no.
Okay.
Also no
Okay.
Indian.
No Indian. I
Yeah.
mean, they look Indian नहीं है क्या करेंगे बेचारे?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So-
Sweet.
Well,
Nice.
check it out. Internet today. It's just fun. It's just fun. You will have a good time. You laugh. You
Great.
can put it on the background
Yeah.
or do something else.
Great.
What about you?
My
Nancy?
recommendation would be Jeffrey Dahmer का जो web series आया अभी on Netflix.
Dahmer.
Oh, wow.
The Dahmer.
Dahmer.
So you like Dahmer?
Oh my god.
I liked the web series. Huh? So the thing is कि अभी recently when
Super
I
creepy.
yeah very
Very
creepy, bro.
creepy.
Very creepy.
Like not
You
for
saw it?
everyone. Big trigger warning.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Okay.
It's shot in a way that is, oh my god, it gave me nightmares.
It's very
afterwards.
eerie.
It's very eerie.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, again, very disturbing.
Very disturbing, but that was my introduction to true crime, and
That was your introduction
yeah,
to.
bro. And uske
Wait, sorry. Dahmer is a documentary series? Or is it like
Both.
a
There is a
docudrama?
Discovery Plus documentary and
हाँ.
there is a Netflix show.
मैं Netflix
Yeah,
show की बात
show
कर
की
रहा हूँ मैंने
बात कर
The show
recently
is
देखा है
like an actors wala thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
it's a like-
recreation. Yeah, what do you
Yeah, and they do the Rashomon
Adaptation.
effect
हाँ,
वहाँ
हाँ,
पे.
हाँ,
so.
हाँ, हाँ. तो मैंने भी recently वो देखा और वो that is probably the first true crime
Wait,
thing
तूने
that
बुरारी
I've
डेथ सब नहीं देखा
watched.
उसके पहले?
यार मैंने देखा है but like that was a very passing documentary.
Burari Death is nice.
Why does it nice?
Yeah,
There was also the Charles
the-
Shobraj one,
So
no?
many. Yeah.
The Charles Shobraj one was also pretty
not seen
good.
that one.
It's called.
I forget the name.
Yeah, forget the name. That's a series also.
On
like,
Netflix
I mean.
only. Yeah.
उसके बाद मैंने ये सारी देखी हैं अभी जो मैं वो इंडिया प्रेडिटर वाला जो था
हाँ,
वो देखा
Deadly
उसके
Crime.
सारे एपिसोड्स देख लिए सो अभी आई वेंट
What's
बैक
Sons of Sam?
अभी
One of my favorites.
Sons of
अभी
Sam is
It's
great.
या आई वेंट बैक फॉर दैट दिवाली ब्रेक और उस ब्रेक में आई वेंट फॉर लाइक अ वीक एंड उस ब्रेक में मैंने सिर्फ बिंज किया है तो आई बिंज्ड डामर आई बिंज्ड ओनली मर्डर्स इन द बिल्डिंग के दोनों सीजंस आई स्टार्टेड माइंड हंटर नाउ
Oh my god, that's another great
yeah
show.
so after Dahmer I was like feed me more true crime please and then people were like watch Mindhunter
But this is not technically, you're not going down true crime, you're going down the serial killer route. That's
Okay.
not exactly true crime. I mean, it is.
No,
of
but-
course, it is a genre of true
Ha, ha,
crime.
ha.
It's a very specific genre of true crime.
But I don't understand. Wait, Mindhunter is a fictional show. That's not true crime.
No,
No,
it is.
no, it's true.
It's based on true
It's
events.
based on true events.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
It's
Yeah.
basically
Oh.
the FBI like essentially interviewing serial killers to actually
Yeah.
come up with the concept of
कि
serial killers.
understand कि
Oh,
उनके
God.
माइंड में क्या चल रहा है जो
God.
वो ये चीज कर
Yeah.
रहे हैं for that
Got
matter.
it, got it, got it.
And that's the episode for today. A long one. Thanks, Meghnad and Antariksh for being on this. And Harsh,
Thank you.
your
Man, we didn't talk about this being your last day at IVM, man.
Yeah, it's all cool, man.
What's it like leaving IVM? How long did you work at IVM now?
I think around 9 months.
Okay, for our
Not
listeners,
too
this is also like our goodbye episode for Harsh because
Yes.
Harsh is leaving IVM. He's
but
parting
not
from the
leaving
family.
us.
Yeah, but not leaving our hearts.
Yes, the coolest boomer I've met.